the first Western rock or metal band that played there. Is that correct so far?
That's correct, yes. The Maldives and the Indian Ocean, or Malediven as you say in Germany. I mean, that was just fantastic. It took a lot of time to organize because they'd never done shows there before. It was supposed to happen last year. It didn't come off. And then they said, oh, we want to do it now. And we're like, sounds great. Let's schedule in a week's vacation for everybody as well. So we did that, and we were all very excited. And we kind of went down there and flying in over the Maldives. I'd never been there before. And it just looked insane. Looked like just so flat, all these islands, atolls, you know, the coral atolls. Very, very beautiful.
Did you plan the whole thing, or was it them planning it and then approaching you and asking you if you want to play?
There was a group of people down there who were kind of booking it, and they approached. They wanted Arch Enemy to be the first band to play. Yeah.
Do you know why? Are they the biggest Arch Enemy fans, or was there something else?
They were saying that we were one of the first bands that got big there in the metal scene there. Before In Flames and Children of Bodom and that style of bands. All those kind of bands are quite popular down there, and in India as well. But apparently Arch Enemy, they like that. I mean, it was kind of cool to be the first one, and not the second or third. And you know, you never think, now at this point, you don't think there's that many new territories you can go to. You know, it's kind of, everything's been done, you know. So you want to be the first band on the moon or whatever, you know. But
have you been nervous?
Yeah, well, there was a protest group because it's a Muslim nation. It's the world's smallest Muslim nation, Islamic nation, I should say. And yeah, there was the protest groups. They were protesting. They didn't want the show to happen and stuff like this. But they said it's kind of peaceful protest. But you know, being a very paranoid Westerner or Westerners, we kind of all are a bit like.
How does it feel when you know we are doing that, and doing this means writing history?
It's pretty epic, you know, feeling. And there was a lot of problems on the day because there was, yeah, with the setting up the stage and everything and the local crew, you know, but they made it happen in the end, and we had our own crew there.
Wasn't it something that the date was postponed for a day all of a sudden or something?
Yeah, you're right. That basically. Because we were staying on resort islands. We had to basically travel by speedboats. You had to go everywhere by speedboat, which was insane. And you know, we were busy, you know, diving and all this kind of stuff. And we were like, okay, the gig's gonna be on Friday. But then there was no show on Friday because yeah, there was a storm that came in, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I looked out, or in 5 a.m. in the morning, and like. It's like reef sharks going crazy in circles around. Everything's blowing down, like all this, you know, chairs and stuff out on the deck, and fish jumping out of the sea. And I was like, oh, okay, this doesn't look too good. Waves. I wonder what it looks like at the festival site. And yeah, it wasn't good out there. Apparently, it's like all damaged. But they couldn't fix it in time, so they postponed it to the next day. But everybody was there the next day again. So, and I guess they just thought that was normal because they'd never had a medal. They were like. It's not today, it's tomorrow. Like here it would have been a big deal. We traveled.
We see you.
Yeah, well actually I met a guy, it was a very sad story. I met a guy on the day of the show. We got to the hotel, and I met a guy from Saudi Arabia who'd flown in to see the show but had to fly back that day, so he never got to see the show. No. Very big Arch Enemy fan too.
Do you know?
That was sad, heartbreaking.
Do you know if there will be more metal shows now?
There? I don't know. I'm pretty much guessing so, because talking about the reaction and so there's all the kinds of people who are wearing all the shirts, you know, with all the bands and stuff like that from the metal scene, just like Wacken, you know, so it's cool. I hope so.